4 months ago, Karen and Joyce asked me to sponsor this particular event. At the time, I said, this is something good I'd really like to do. I think I can help from a financial standpoint. Little did I know that an incident would happen that would involve me in this, where I could share my own personal story with you. On November 3rd, 2017, while I was 6 hours away from home at a conference, I received a call from a neighbor. John, the police and the paramedics are trying to get into your home. Your wife called 911, and it doesn't look good. It took 5 hours of driving, numerous calls, for me to find out what actually had happened. On that day, my wife passed away unexpectedly. Was I really prepared? I don't believe anybody can be really prepared completely. There were so many decisions that I had to make, so little time to complete them. Funeral arrangements, burial arrangements, cemetery plots, contacting relatives, and of course trying to do this in a way that it carried out her wishes the way that she would have wanted it to be done. If we hadn't discussed this in advance, I don't know how I could have done it. If we didn't have the group of friends that we had, I don't know how I could have done it. I mean, she loved to travel. We traveled everywhere. It's as if she kind of knew that we had to get these things in. She was a social worker. She cared for people. She really cared for people. And she cared about them. She'd wake up in the morning, she'd come up with an idea of a presentation. I was the visual guy, as you can see up here. And I'd put it together, and she'd pull these groups together, and we'd form groups, and we'd do things, and we did things together. It was a wonderful team. As I reflect on this, if this had happened before 2017, I don't think I would have been able to make the decisions that I was able to make. We were in a show, a community show. Now, in that show, we got married 2 times, 2 different nights. So I would challenge anybody out there to see if anybody out there has been married to the same person 3 times, because I have. But that show brought great support for us, and it really created a community of friends. And when it came time to celebrate, that community came together for us. We had a real celebration of life. Now, this happened up in New York. We did it in a ballroom, a community we're a member of up there. But it's the way you want to remember somebody's life. Family, friends talked about it. Clients got up and talked about moving experiences. And Elaine was all about causes and all about the fact that you really have to have a cause in your life. And that's what's important. So we celebrated that, and it was a simple service, great side service, lunch, and then the celebration. So I think the conversation doesn't necessarily have to be about death. The conversation can be about your life and how you want to live your life. It doesn't have to be all of that morbid part. It might keep you away from having the conversation. It could be about the other parts of your life and what's really meaningful to you. But as Brent said, it's important to have the conversation.